being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Not much. Second and long coming up.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. Back to throw, Stroud. And that ball incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Schultz is the motion man. From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
A loss of 9 brings up fourth down.
So, on fourth down, on comes Tommy Townsend to punt for Houston. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. To the left side, OBJ is there. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great. They go three tight ends here on first and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That is brought in at the 10. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Another one from the 5, second down and goal. Up the middle, here's Ford. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. Third and goal. Throwing now from the gun. That one taken in. Odell Beckham Jr. Touchdown, Cleveland. Now Hopkins on to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Browns are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Stroud to throw here on first and 10. He will let this go. Deep downfield for Dell. And he will dive into the end zone. 72 yards. Touchdown, Houston. Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Here comes a return from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? That's complete, and it is Beckham. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down. They'll look to throw again. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A run straight ahead. That's 4. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, they'll give it, and it's 4. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
That is caught right side by Beckham.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Big play coming up, 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it. It's 4. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Jerome Ford. Touchdown, Browns. Extra point up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns cut the lead to 3, 24-21. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Pierce for the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. First and 10.
11.
Now Stroud. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
He'll spot his big tight end. That's Dalton Schultz. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mixon. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Stroud to throw. And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the 1st down. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. To throw, it's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front. This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Mixon. And they are all over that on defense. Good surge, drops him back. Let's put him at the 9-yard line. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this.
Already.
They'll go with him again. He is in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Texans add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. The return starts from the 5. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Here's 4. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
That's caught by 4.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. Here's a screen set up for 4.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
They'll look to throw. That's taken in. And he's trying to get to the marker. It's going to depend on the spot. But the first indication that he does not get there. In fact, he did not. It is a stop and a turnover on downs. This one, downfield, taken in by Higgins. will dive into the end zone. 76 yards. Touchdown, Houston. Fairbairn good on the point after. And the Texans are going to extend their lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he tried to swing it outside, and it's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Christian Harris.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
On second down, Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive. This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes. Take down. Touchdown, Texans. Saving his best for the playoffs. His third touchdown of the game. Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Back to throw. This throw left is complete with Judy. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. So we've reached halftime here in the AFC title game. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. The Lamar Hunt Trophy waiting to be claimed. 30 minutes away, unless, of course, we have overtime. We're back underway in the AFC title game. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. That's the linebacker, Christian Harris. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
There's really no other way to put it, Mike. This has just been a rough outing for the young rookie quarterback. And I think everyone understands going into these games, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be learning moments that these guys are going to gain that they can only gain through experience. The problem is, it's really hard to have positive learning experiences when you throw 3 picks. He's got to see the field better. He's got to anticipate better. And ultimately, he just needs to play better for his offense to have a chance.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And that is incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Oh, he missed it from short range. A bad miss. It's no good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead. The drive starts with a carry by 4. Not much. Second and long coming up. In motion comes Beckham. And he's fighting to get free. A lot of work there for a gain of 3. Here comes 3rd and 6. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Nothing better than a big man touchdown. The defensive lineman comes up with a pick-6. Celebration time for the guys up front.
Yeah, Mike, and you can always see which guys have a little running back in their pass, because this big guy, when he got his hands on the ball, he was not being stopped until he found himself in the end zone.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the handoff, Ford. He'll work forward to the 40-yard line. Tackle there by Will Anderson. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Now he'll air one out. He's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Hopkins now to tack on the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Browns are able to edge a bit closer. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Pierce for the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Stroud going to set up to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
Here we go, let's go. Hey, south. Good.
To throw is Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score points. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. And what does that do? Gets you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player.
Oh, hey, south.
They'll go play action with Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Stroud, he'll take a shot here for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner, and next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. Now, faking the give. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Into space at the 45. And he'll be out of bounds, but down around the 15-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Back to the air one more time. A throw, right side, taken by Njoku. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more...
Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. That's the linebacker, Christian Harris. And the Texans are going to get it back here just past the 35.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. Second down and 3. Stroud to throw. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
Here we go.
Stroud gives it to Pierce. He'll take this down to the 47. Tackle there by Michael Hall. Here's second and 9.
Oh, ready? Hey, uno more.
Now Stroud. Off balance throw. It's complete. And he will score. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. This returnable from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll run with 4. He'll work forward for a couple. Kalen Bullock there on the tackle. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man complete. That's Judy. And he will take this one in. 72 yards. Touchdown, Cleveland. Extra point up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns are able to cut into the deficit. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Pierce for the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
All right.
To throw, it's Stroud. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down. Here's Stroud. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. 2nd and a yard.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Stroud. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. His first catch here in this AFC title game, and it's a 1st down. Back to throw, Stroud. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Texans. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Fairbairn to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Texans will add one. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They give it, and it's 4. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. They'll look to throw. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game in that one. A first down. On the ground, this is 4. Wow. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll run once more with 4. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Kalen Bullock. And the Texans are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
They'll come up now for second down and 4.
All right.
Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he'll get this close to the first down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves third and short. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. And he is going to have a Texans first down. He's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Here's Mixon. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. They'll go right back to Mixon. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
CJ. Like the taxi. Look the high.
Here's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. He'll open this drive on the ground with 4. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Uh-oh. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
He'll go back to forward on first down, and he'll work his way down to about the 41. In motion comes Beckham. Again, it's 4. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss. 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Here's 2nd and 2. A run here right side, and it's 4. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Can they keep this drive rolling? Here is 3rd and inches. He'll try and run for the first down. It's 4.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. And a determined run there. He gets about 7 yards inside the 10-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. In motion comes Beckham. Now a handoff to Ford. Oh, making guys miss, and he's in. Jerome Ford. Touchdown, Browns. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Makes the score Texans 66, Browns 42.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Oh, hey.
They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. Now a loose football. The Browns have it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
Back to throw. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Texans have it. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet, but then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
They will work the middle with Mixon. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
Why Tony? Tony.
To throw is Stroud. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
Throw. Ah, what's that?
They'll try and run for this with Mixon.
Joe Mixon on